Hi guys, it's Kris with City Girl Homestead. Time for another one of my favorites. I am going to do it a little bit different today because I woke up again with my hand completely numb. So I don't want to do a whole bunch of knife work. So I'm going to do my potatoes a little bit different. And I'm not going to slice as many onions because Jack and Tom are not fans of cooked onions. So I'm making liver and onions, one of my favorite things. So today, I got to go up north and I took Emmy and Jack and I got to see my brother today. And I got all the graves done except for my mom and dad and Tom's mom and dad, but they're local. And we got to have my favorite pizza. And we stopped by the lake and let Emmy put his feet in the water. That was pretty nice. So, yeah, we had a pretty good day. And now we're home and time to cook dinner. So, what I'm going to do this time, instead of normally I slice all my potatoes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dice them up. Let me start my butter up here. Everything with my liver and onions gets cooked in butter. Now, the real small ones like that, I'm not going to chop anything. So, because when it's numb, I truthfully can't feel anything. So, well, what it feels like is everything's asleep. And it really sucks. Because you can't do as much as you'd like to do. So, I'd like to not handle a knife much more than I have to. It's kind of scary. Alright. I got a bunch of potatoes out and cleaned up. And we'll see how many I actually need. Tom's dad used to love to come. See, I don't handle that very good. He used to love my liver and onions. And he'd say, he told me the first time, everything was great, but you didn't make enough potatoes. And I go, I made a couple of pounds. And he goes, well, next time, can you make like 5 pounds? He is a big time potato person, so yeah, he was funny. I remember finding that first package of liver after he passed away, and I started crying. And Missy, that's before all of her strokes, she said, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I said, that was supposed to be for Dad. So I think I'm only going to use one more. I think that'll be funny. So we'll put those back in. Alrighty. Those choppers do come in handy once in a great while, I'll tell you. I love them. And I did get the link added to where to get the 4-pack for the Lunchables. I put that in there finally. So, and I can't say a name or anything, but can you guys please say a prayer for a person that, he's got his own channel too, but he comes on here all the time and, you know, makes comments and whatever. He's had to have a couple surgeries, and he emailed me and asked me to pray for him. I won't say his name because he asked me not to, but if you guys could just do an unknown prayer, I would truly appreciate it. Because he had to go through quite a bit, so I really hope he'll be okay. I know, I'm cutting them thin, but makes you a little nervous, you know. I know, I could go out for dinner tonight and not cook this, I know. But that's just not, I don't know. I don't like to let stuff kind of hinder me. Because I remember people when I was growing up, you know, if there was something that they were lacking and they'd give up, then they never got to do it again. And I watched my mom. I think I told you guys, my mom died of ALS. And by the time she was willing to fight, it was too late. You know, she had given up, and so had her body. So we need to push ourselves sometimes farther than what we like to. And hopefully it'll be good after a couple days. I don't care if I have to eat all those onions myself. Now you will see me go through a lot of butter today because I love butter on my liver and onions. I don't cook them in grease. Matter of fact, I can't stand the smell when people cook the liver and onions in grease. Because it just has like a, I don't know. I can't stand the smell anyway. My aunt, when they lived on the cow farm, she would make that, and you'd know exactly what she was making as soon as you walked through the door. Because that's all you could smell was that oil and the liver. Jack bought his own package of liver today because I said, there's not going to be enough. Well, he wants to see if he'll like it because he didn't like how his mom made it either. So Jack is going to try liver tonight to see if he'll like it. So we'll see. Maybe he will really like it. Who knows? Alright, because the liver doesn't take very long, I'm going to let these cook down to about half. And then once they do that, then I'll be back and we'll get started on the yummy, delicious, wonderful, beautiful liver. Alright, so now Tom's on his way home. Well, he's been on his way home, but you know what I mean. He'll be here in like 15-20 minutes. So I got the potatoes finishing up over there. And I'm going to melt the butter in here. Now, I'm going to start putting a little bit of liver in there. Get it put in the pan. I know there's some people that don't like liver, but there's a lot of us out there that do. So if you don't watch the video, I completely understand because there are some that don't like it. And I'm using calf's liver. It's a little bit more tender than your regular beef liver. Break that piece off. Alright, so now I don't bread mine. And a lot of people back in the day, that's what they did, is they breaded it. And they put it in salt and pepper and flour. The only thing I do with mine is salt, pepper, and butter is the key. Now the onions, I won't cook until my last batch of liver has went in there, and then I'll cook them with the liver. So I'm going to do this low and slow, and it's going to be amazingly good. Oh, I like this Chris's favorite week. So I'll be right back. So now I'm going to show you something on the liver. If you look over here, do you see where it starts to cook up the edge right there? That's when it's time to turn it. So many people overcook the liver, and then it becomes very, very dry and not real good. So you don't want to get it to where it's brown, too brown. I mean, that one's got a little bit of brown on it, but nothing like serious. Because the best thing with liver is if you cook it low and slow and you keep it on a lower heat. I know some people say, like his cousin always says, do it fast and furious. No, because it just gets gross. So what I used to do, honestly, when I did daycare, I love liver, so I would take my electric fry pan and I'd just let it be on low all day with the onions and everything in it. And I'd give the kids steak sauce, and so they thought it was steak. And they ate the crap out of it. So my daycare kids that watch me, yes, you guys have ate liver. So I'm going to let this cook a little bit, and then I'll get the next batch in there. And each time I'll probably have to add just a little bit more butter because you want to keep it, you know, so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of your pan or anything. And this stuff, you guys, is so tender when you get it done. Oh, it's amazing. Alright, so now that I have my last batch in, this is when I add my onions. I put the last bit of butter in there that I had, and I'm going to cover up everything with the onions. So the last batch is always the best batch because it's got onion flavor too. Now if I'm making for a lot of people, then I actually cook my onions in a separate pan. Like if I was going to do for, you know, 5 or 6 people, I would actually cook the onions separately so that, you know, everything gets done and it's tasty. But this is how much we have. We had 2 packages. Look at that. And it's not like I already took a bite or anything. I wouldn't do that. Sneaky. So now the last batch is out. Now we're just going to continue to fry those onions. Don't they look amazing? I know. I get so excited because I don't get it that often. There we go. Liver and onions. One of my favorites, honestly. I liked it even though it was breaded when I was a kid. You know, I'm not going to lie. And I remember, like, my mom would put that big plate of liver in the middle of the table. And I'd go, anybody want that last piece? And my dad's like, well, I think it's yours now. But I just always have loved it. I really, truly have. I just didn't like the smell when they cooked in the oil. It just gross. But butter, yeah, I go through a couple of sticks of butter when I'm cooking everything. But, man, you guys, is it amazing. It is so good. So, when this gets done, I'm going to get it out to the table. And we'll see even Jack try some liver and see if he likes it. Hi, Tom.
Hello.
One of your favorites tonight, huh?
Yeah.
There it is.
Liver.
Liver and onions and fried potatoes. I may or may not have already ate 3 pieces.
What?
Well, it's been a long time. So what do you think about my liver compared to your mother's?
Well, I love this liver. It's a lot better than mom. Feel like put flour
And oil, huh? It doesn't taste as good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jack. Mr. I don't like liver.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
You like it?
Yeah.
Big difference when you don't put a bunch of flour and oil in it, isn't it?
Right.
Well, I'm going to get to eating my 4th piece. I did leave some there on the plate for you guys. And I kind of maybe might have ate some while I was cooking it. Maybe.
Maybe.
All right, we're going to let them eat. This has been a great favorites week. I loved it. Yes. Hey, you've been eating everything great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to smack you. You've enjoyed everything. All right, you guys have a wonderful night. Be a blessing. Be blessed. Bye, Tom.
Bye, Tom.
Bye, Jack.
Bye.
Have a great night, guys.